Welcome back to my channel, and if you're new, hello. So this setup is going to be a bit different. I was struggling to record making this video in the time I was doing my setup, but I got a new ring light with a stand to see, so that it'd be easier for me to record my videos better with better lighting and less finagling. So I'm trying it out right now for the first time. So once again, my name is Adero and I am a scientist, biology teacher, artist, business owner. The list goes on. This video is going to be showing my setup for the new year 2026, as well as like a little flip through of what the year has been when I first started this journal this year. I'll also be talking about things I will be keeping and things that I'll be trying or getting rid of, and just to show you my progress in how bullet journaling has my style of bullet journaling has evolved since I started in April. So and I'll also show you what I did, the equipment and tools that I used, where I got them, things like that. So all those will be in the video. All right, so let's start off with my journal. So of course I have a whole bunch of stuff in my journal. I have little stickers and my pen swatching coloring for my markers and little cute things I have stuck in there. I also have this. I got this from Notebook Therapy. These are free downloads that they have. So I'm blocking out some of these things because they're personal. So this journal is a B5 book. It's very big. It's not. It's a bit bigger. It's a bit bigger than your standard A5. To have an idea of what an A5 looks like, it's this. All right, this is my travel journal that we've been traveling with. You can see I put a bunch of stuff in there, just to give you an idea of size. So I use an A5 for my travel, and this is like for my day-to-day. I don't use much of a content pages, so that's like nothing much. So I started this in 2025. So when I started this, I went on a rabbit hole in the beginning of like what bullet journaling and the aesthetic of it, and a new way to like organize my mind, my thoughts, my ideas, things like that. And I did a whole bunch of research. I followed several Joshi Corinne, Erin Smith. I'll link their videos in the description, as well as at the end I'll link a video to their things. Anna Lee, I can't remember her name. I'm probably saying it wrong. My apologies, but I'll link them. So I just did it. The way I saw them doing their bullet journals, it didn't resonate with me because it didn't resonate with my life. So I decided to just try it a different way, and I started this with things I want to like. I'm just you can see me here listing out things I'm gonna use for. Didn't stick. Mood coloring didn't stick at all. I just didn't have the time. So I started out having this thing like 1 page a day. So like I would track 4 things. At the time I was learning Korean, so I stayed now track those and see. I had like bucket list for each month, a quote, and then I had a small calendar, and I did that. So I started April 2025. Just trying out. I'll do a reflection. I had my lesson because I teach What in the World. I was thinking about things that happened, spending ideas. So I was going with that for a while. There wasn't no set aesthetic I was going with, just, you know, whatever feels right. But I like the idea of a day, one page a day, and I then effort to like do reflection, my to-do lists, school, like what I would do teaching that day, any ideas at the time. This was a time where I was like thinking about starting my small business that I have now, Jot and Whimsy. I'm doing ideas, art ideas, like, oh my god, it was a lot. I would do moods, different colors, and it was like this layout. As you go through, you would see that it didn't last long for me because I just didn't. The idea of like spending this didn't work for me. The ideas thing, like I would have an idea, but like don't know where to find it. I wouldn't keep up with the world news much, or I would learn something, but didn't really like, record it or remember to record it. So it was like that wasn't a thing. And then I did our vacation spread. This was in my vacation book, so I did put it there. And I was like, this is my beginning phases, trying out different things. And then here I did like 3 days in one because it was still like spring break. So it was like most of April was like that. I have little things that I kept, for souvenirs or things like that. This belongs here. So let me just take it back. I even had these little cute things, but didn't use them, which is fine, it happens. And then here's this is end of April. Then this is me. I kept this quote because I like them, and I kept the bucket list in here. I tried a single thing for tracking 4 things, and I still had a smaller calendar. So this time didn't use that. This was so pretty. Love this, but just didn't use it. Which was another thing. So, things I would use, I thought I would use, I wouldn't. So I just, you're gonna see that change. And in the beginning, I was more intentional in like, doing reflections and things like that. I tried different, setups that I thought were cute, different color schemes and patterns and like these little things, just to see like what felt right. I was still in the beginning stages of it. And it's nice to look back off camera, of course. I'm gonna be doing that, like to take some time to myself and look back on the year, what I was doing. Some days I didn't write much because it was probably a hectic day. Like even here, there are no headings, right? There's no headings, and and that's just life. Life happens, get hectic, and you just don't have the energy at the time. Here I did a nice little thing with my son. I had a little tea party thing at the party thing. And here we have June. I like these little boxes. These little boxes were nice. I like this. I might keep that for some of the spreads going forward. These box ideas. I think this is so cute. I like the idea of this. This is nice. And I enjoyed this part. These little things. That was cute. So yeah. Sometimes I just didn't write as much. I just because life took over. You are tired. You just can't be bothered. The muchness of life. And then this is July. One thing I must say, I like the bucket list because it like able to break down goal, like larger goals smaller, and I didn't get to all of them, but I still wrote them down, and as the year goes by I was able to check them off. So here I started doing like, okay, 2 day 4 page, right? I did 2 days 4 page. I started doing 2 days reflection, 2 do this, reflections do this. And this was in July. It's like a summer thing in the summertime. So I was like up in like formulating the business, doing all like my websites and product building and all that kind of stuff, you know, reading a lot of art. And then we went on an Aruba vacation that time. And then here we are in August. August did not have bucket list because it was vacation. I was off work, so we spent August traveling a lot. We had a camping trip, Jamaica trip. So all these are like these things are in my travel. And then spent like some days being sick, didn't write anything. And then it was blank once again because just sick and out of it. And I did some reflections, to-do lists, 2 days. So I just realized something that from the beginning, I was using like smaller calendars, bucket listing, and then that was like the trend, and then just decorate the pages. Like, see, I had a small thing. I don't know what, it just evolved where I started just using like whole page calendar spreads. And I think the reason for that was because I wanted more space to write in the calendar. Like, that was more my thing. I'd prefer to write in the big boxes, like things that I have to do, what day, and have that. And I have bad and big handwriting, so like this space wasn't effective for me. So I think that's why I changed. What month is this? This is September. I'm going back to work, back to school, teaching. I tried stamps, didn't even track any of this in September at all. I don't think none of this was tracked in September, so I have zero information about this at all. So I think going back in 2026, I might just have a year in pixels. I want to try a year in pixels where it's like it's this first setup already, and I don't have to like have these things here because I wasn't consistent with it. So I prefer having layering pixels. And I think I'll get one of those multicolored pens, like something like this, but with more colors. Those big jumbo pens that have like 6 colors going around. I might use one of those to like track. I don't know. Let's see. So September now, this is when I started doing the 2 day. Instead of 1 day a page, I started doing 2 day a page, right? And I will like jot things down, to-do lists of my appointments for the kids, family. This one I did a whole reflection, 1 page, Saturday, Sunday. And then I went back to the 1 page a day. And I don't know, for some reason this day I had like a crap load of ideas that was just spilling out of my brain. And I wrote them down. Maybe I could ear tag like put some stickers at the side, like tags to say, hey, come back to this. Because yeah, I'll do that. Let me do it really quick. I'll just use some tape. Because I'll have these, because I also write short stories, poems. I'm trying to write a novel. Please note I said try, because between life and doing all this, I don't always have the time spent to do that. So I'm gonna put a little quick plug here. But I did like a whole vomit of things I wanted to do, so that's nice to come back to it and have a nice little tag on that. So I think this phase was a transition from between like 1 page to like having multiple days on 1 page. I started like keeping little things. My sons went to some birthday party. My nephew, my very good friend Sylvia just wrote this lovely note. I just adore her disgustingly lovely handwriting. Because as the world knows, my handwriting is chicken scratch. I'm pretty sure I can summon eldritch horrors with my chicken scratch. So yeah, this was September. I started like jotting down business ideas and stuff, but I actually have a book for that. So I think for New Year's I want to parcel out personal from business. I don't want to have my business stuff in my personal, you know. So that's a thing that I think I'll change for 2026. I might set up I do have a book for that. It's not as organized like this, but it's there. Smaller on the smaller side, but it's there. So yeah. Once again, I have still here again having business ideas written down here. I guess because this is most like in my hand all day. Like I literally have this book in my hand all day. Like even when I'm teaching, it's there. My lessons written down, like ideas, thoughts. I stopped recording moods for some strange reason. I don't know why, but I want to keep track of how I feel. You know, things like that. And here we have October. So then again, went back to the 4 things, bucket lists. So I didn't check off these, but these are actually done. So I did complete the market prep. I did do 3 art pieces, but I still haven't done the short story. So, you know, right now I know like my short stories are like, the ideas are down, but like to start them and do them just wasn't done. I think I have days here where I just didn't do anything. These are such lovely pages. I decided I didn't use them. So you can see the transition in progress. You know, just go with the flow, trying out new designs and stuff. These are great. Parking ticket. Ugh. Pages already. So this was when I'll do more of these cool things where I went to my son's school and we did like we won a yes, it was Diwali festival that they were celebrating, and we won like the grand prize. It has like a whole bunch of teas and it was very delicious. So I had fun with that. So I stuck them in there. I tried those ones and I liked them. Yeah. Blank pages. So the 2 side pages came in November this year. This is from Journal Notebook Therapy. I like they're free calendars. They have enough space. I just like how it looks. It's like, you know what? Let me just do that. Did all this. I did all that already. I did all that. So bucket list for November. 5 stars. So once again, didn't track anything. So you know that's a dud. So for November, this is where it's official, where I officially did multiple days on 1 page, right? And more beneficial. I still haven't, because it's been so hectic and like, you know, like up and down and just lifing. I didn't put on enough time to consciously stop and reflect on the days or the week so far, right? So that's a thing I want to do better on going forward in 2026. Like spend more time with my thoughts, organizing my feelings for that day or for that other couple of days. And like, I look at these reflections like having an honest discussion with myself and, you know, self-reflect and kind of soul searching almost to make like a check-in to say, okay, am I still good? Am I okay? Or am I not okay with things like that? So I think going forward, you know, all the changes in my life and all that kind of stuff, that I would do more reflections and take time to do those kinds of things. And then, LARP, I LARP, side note. So the multiple days, this was better because I like narrowed down what was working, because like, you know, I was feeling it all was working. I'll have my lesson I want, my to-do list, my little appointments, and then I have in between pages where I kind of start writing reflections and thoughts and things that happen at the bottom. So this was enough space to do that. I didn't do any moods much, which I think I would start back doing. You know, this is just a nice idea to see trends and habits and patterns of behavior and coincide and work with that. I'm getting older, so I need to be more mindful of things like that. You know, maintain peak cognitive abilities, starve off cognitive decline, things like that. This is another sticker I got from her. I forgot where I got this from. I think I got it at Dollar Tree. Excuse me. Yeah. These are lovely. I love them. That's what I stick in there. And then the end of November, excuse me. I wanted to put stuff here, but I didn't get a chance to. But I'm gonna go on Christmas break in a few days. I'll go through my photos for the year and like stick them in. And then here's December, where I'm gonna use my notebook therapy. My notebook therapy calendar, as well as some of these stickers, which I love. These are washi stickers. They're so pretty. Washi tape, I love them. They're very cute. So I was using that to like flavor. Then here I did the 4-day page. So this was really interesting so far, using it in December. You know, been working. And I have things here for notes, reflections, like, you know, I can just write them down. So it's been a snow day, and again, I didn't spend time, you know, to like reflect. And I think that's something I need to consciously. I might just literally put it in my phone and say, okay, this is a time where you spend 30 minutes by yourself and just write, reflect, deep breathe, whatever it is, and, you know, put that down here. Excuse me. So I think that's a goal for next year. This is, you know, December isn't done yet, but it's coming up. So this is a current as I'm recording this. More of my little fancy teas. And these are the days set up for the rest of December. And I plan to do an end of year reflection and have hopes for the new year right here. Those are the headings, and if you can see it with the gold ink, but you know, try something. Use these lovely tape, which I think they're pretty cool. I love washi tape and washi stickers more than I do the pet tapes. Honestly, there's something I like them, just clean and just holistic. I like them a lot. And then I did some highlights. I'm gonna put some more here for the year. So now I'm gonna go into the setup that I did for 2026. I put some changes, and I'll go through that. Let's see. So here, once again, I did this from, of course, notebook therapy. I'm there for 2026 setup. I did a year at a glance. Hope for the new year filled with growth, blessing, and inspiration. And then, of course, a nice little quote. Note yourself. Don't let anyone who hasn't been in your shoes tell you how to tie your laces. I like that. So I went with purple. Purple and green, like sage green was the colors for this setup. I wanted to use my little black tape. So the tape looks like this. It's almost done. I'm excited to use it for February again. It should be fun. And then I use this as the back, the little script tape, and then my lavender tapes here. You can see like a gold foiling on it. I like. And I use this nice dusty purple that goes with it at the bottom here. That's that tape right there. So that was nice. I got some washi tape and pet tape sticking around. these little color tape I got from a friend of mine who does scrapbooking, and I just loved pretty much just, you know, pilfered her some of her stash. With her permission, of course, don't worry, I got permission. So I did that. So here's a year in pixels, and I'm gonna see if I can get some colors, like that color pen I talk about, so it's easy for me to reach. You don't have to like dig far for it. Reach and grab and start tracking. I can things I want to track, like exercise at night, finishing a story, painting, fasting, period, things like that. So things that I know that I want to keep track of. For health reasons, I want to do fasting for certain days. That's just something I want to do. And then I have also these are the things I got from my friend again. And I did year in pixels, and I put this in a little. These are texture paper I got from Amazon. Really cool. So goals for I separate my goals in like basic categories: savings, markets, like art markets, date night. So, you know, spend more time with my husband. Health, improving our health collectively, stories, and I have a blank space for whatever tickles my fancy on this side if something comes up. And then I kept a full spread for the calendar for January. A little stampage here, if you can see a little butterfly. And the reminders: drink water, take your meds, listen to your body, be kind to others. So nice reminders. And I'm going to write my bucket list here for January. I haven't written them yet because I want to do that after I've decluttered from the year and do my reflections, and I can write my bucket lists for January. I already put in dates for the need for school, so that's there. And then I intended to do spending. So for my spending, this time I did it like before I was doing it on a digital form, but that for me wasn't like, I think I'll forget things. It wasn't as effective for me to be more mindful. So I think writing it down, I'm gonna try writing to see if writing it down would be more mindful and have that as a monthly thing. And then I tried this. I got this idea from Joshi Curry and Erin Smith, like these advertised highlights and for the days, and just do that and see. Just try this and see how it goes. Here are my notes again. I have other days. This one I have these blank. And then here we go again. I put notes because it could be notes, reflections, whatever. I don't really care. As always, I'm just picking things that I like and I found pretty in there. I use this nice neutral mauve tone, like grayish tone, to like highlight the days. This one I did. So this is the end of January, and I have a nice space for reflection here. And then I did like a page for highlights. So I did it happen in January. I want to be more mindful. So looking for the end of the year and at the number of that. And then I'll start this page for the new month on this side. So yeah, that's how I've been doing it. And I, hope you're inspired, and how about that you try this yourself and it helps you in your journey. Remember, it's your book. It doesn't have to be all neat and fancy, because my sure as hell isn't. But I like doing it. It keeps me honest with myself, nothing else, and I feel organized. And I have things backed up on my calendar on my phone. And I have it here. And I have a one for school that I track my lesson plans on. So this is like a personal thing that keeps me organized, and like memory keeping, things like that, of that nature. So yeah, I hope you also feel inspired, and you would also spend some time before the new year ends and do some reflection. Of course, my colors are like the these from my Primrose set. These are the colors I used. Primrose 156, 154, 156, 137, 152. From my So as I was saying, I hope you also spend some time to reflect and to sit with yourself, and it doesn't have to be the new year to do this. You can do this anytime. and you should be doing it when the need arises. You don't have to wait until the end of the year, but I know most people feel more better doing it that way, to sit with yourself and reflect on what works, what doesn't work, and to give yourself some grace, to going forward into the new year, and you feel out what works for you, what doesn't, and don't be afraid to change it in the middle of the year, because I did all of that all the time, and that's fine. So yeah, happy holidays and happy new year when it comes, and I wish on all of you many blessings, care, and I hope the new year brings you stability and prosperity as well. Bye, have a good night.